Dang, look at the, oh!
Let me redeem myself.
It's because you have a piece of pizza in your hand, man.
Look at that pour.
While wielding a piece of Little Caesars pizza.
Mmm, delicious.
We have power to the lift. Nothing's on fire?
No hot wires. That's a good sign. Nothing scorching hot quite yet. This is nerve-wracking.
Oh!
Shit. All right. I mean,
that sounds like it's gonna work.
I think. You know, now that the wiring's good, I should probably put the cover on it before I zap myself. And
yeah, probably be a good idea.
So let's do that real quick. Then we'll freaking power this thing up and start bleeding the cylinders. And then we're gonna have a freaking lift, dude.
Hell yeah.
We'll be all set up.
Can't lift an MR2, we don't want it.
It looks pretty stout to me, old son.
Yep. You need some grease.
You need some grease bad.
Alright guys, I'm back over here at JBR. Got Jason back there. They just got the head finished for the MR2. He is all put back together. These are 140-pound valve springs, so quite the upgrade from before. And I never had them properly checked when I had the other heads put together. We just slapped it together, but these guys actually go through and double check that the seat pressure is true. And if it's,
like lists seat pressure, open force. Depending on the cam you run for bind clearance. We do a whole bunch of stuff to make sure it runs good.
Yeah, so they double checked everything. You can get the springs at a certain rating, but it might not be the actual pressure if you just slapped it together, if there's been any machine work done to the head or anything like that. So they double check each one and add shims if necessary to bump that seat pressure up to where it should be. So with what they said, looking at the other valves that came out of it, it didn't seem like a heat issue. The valve was definitely hitting the piston.
From not enough seat pressure. So it kicked the keeper. They should not do that at all. So
that's the goal.
That's the goal.
I mean, we'll keep chipping away at it. We'll get this head put back on the MR2, get her put back together. But thank you guys. You absolutely killed it. Looks freaking beautiful.
It's YouTubers.
Hey, Joanna.
What's up?
You would think we're in LA right now, all the YouTubers in here.
What are you doing down here?
I am dropping off my gear set. I'm getting my PPG trans done by Mark P, who's here working on his car. So.
Dang.
I'm trying to pressure these guys to finish my engine, right?
Hey, get on, man.
All my stuff collecting dust.
Not collecting.
Literally.
Right there.
Hey, they're looking pretty clean.
Everything you know.
Right there. Look at that.
I don't know, man.
Nah, your car is gonna be sick when it's done.
I'm excited. I can't wait. I mean, everything's pretty much done. Just gotta do the engine and trans and
yeah, you're doing everything the right way, and you know, taking it in steps and doing everything proper. We just kind of slap it together, and it kind of works. So we just got our lift up and operational, and right now we have the MR2 up on the lift right now, and we are getting the oil pan pulled off of it. We actually just got that pulled off, and inside of the oil pan is the other keeper. Where'd it go? Did you pull it out?
No, I didn't pull it out. It should
Where's
be
she
right
at?
where it was.
It's kind of hard to see. Oh, there it is. Yep, so when it dropped that valve, we lost one of the keepers, and this guy fell down into the pan, so we had to get the pan pulled off to get that guy out of there. There's also some water and stuff in there just from pulling the cylinder head off.
So good thing to pull it out, clean it up. Gives us a chance to kind of inspect the bottom end too. We take a good look at it, make sure everything's good there.
And as you guys saw, I just went and picked up the cylinder head from JBR, so that is all ready to go back on. And we have the control arms from Hux Racing to put on as well. And I actually just made a trip over to a local craft store, and we picked up some modeling clay because we're going to be checking the piston to valve clearance just to double check, make sure that that's not playing a factor in our engine failure.
Really the only reason we're checking it in my book is because we don't know how many times the head and the block have been decked. So as you do those, if you don't recess the valves, you can run into some piston to valve issues. So I just want to check it to be positive. Never hurts to know. Just one more thing to rule out. So.
Yep.
Easy to do now while it's apart. So.
Hey, and we need to show off your freaking sick welding table, bro.
Yeah, man. Whipped this thing up in a night. Turned out pretty decent.
Yeah, went and picked up some metal.
Yep.
She's just about done. Just got to finish rounding off these corners. You got one rounded off right here.
Don't mind the Ray Charles welds.
Looking pretty snazzy. Other than that,
yep.
Check that out. Got ourselves a little little workbench, because, you know, I guess that's your name now, is Workbench Wyatt.
Workbench Wyatt. I'll be lugging this around the track. You guys can't miss me.
Friggin' 200-pound welding table.
Now, this thing will be nice and stout. It's got good bracing up under the table and everything.
Yeah.
So
Got ourselves a nice welding table.
yep. So worked pretty good. Now we need to get some paint on it before it rusts.
Yeah.
I love this Florida weather.
Yeah, it's rusting everything out here. All right, Wyatt, what do we got here?
Well, you say here, buddy. So yeah, what we're doing now is we're measuring the piston to valve clearance. This is like the really quick and dirty way to do it. So we took a bunch of modeling clay, stuffed it down in the valve pockets. On these pistons, it's easy because it kind of shows you right where the valve's gonna be. So then we're gonna reassemble everything, put the timing chain on it, get it all timed, rotate the engine over, then pull it all back apart, and then measure our modeling clay and as far as it's squished out, and then that'll give us our piston and valve clearance.
Isn't she beautiful?
What a nice piece of work there.
All right, the head is back on the car with the clay on top of the piston. So
Yep.
right now we're ready to give this thing a turnover and double check that piston to valve clearance.
Yep, got everything set, so the timing's all set. So we're just gonna roll it 360 degrees one time, and then we'll take it all back apart. Ooh, you can feel them new valve springs, baby.
Since we've been in Florida, there's definitely a few people that have found out our location, and I just want to give this guy a shout out. I actually got this in the mail like a few weeks ago. Made us some keychains, left this note in the mailbox. His name is Adonis, and he laser cut these keychains that are pretty cool. I thought this one was pretty funny. Third gear, not today, Kyle. And then made this cool little boosted boy one. So thank you, man. Those are sweet. Oh, we got plenty of clearance. They didn't even squish. Well, now we know. You know, peace of mind.
You can thank that extra thick gasket.
One less variable. It was 100%. God dang it, dude.
Whoops.
There goes the springs. See that meme, and it's like what people think a 1,000 horsepower motor build is like, and it's all the scientists. Yeah, just stuff all over the floor.
Yep. Don't worry,
when
we'll
in
brake
reality,
clean them off. We'll brake clean them a little bit, throw them back in. It'll be fine.
good as new. Yeah, the clay really didn't squish at all.
Yeah, it
So-
didn't really hit anywhere. So we are running the extra thick head gasket to kind of help with this issue. So it's kind of not surprising that we didn't touch. But yeah, like we said, mainly just doing it for peace of mind. So now we know we've got plenty of clearance there. So now we get to take this all back apart, clean it again, put it back together.
Yeah, and this time it will stay together.
Hopefully.
That's the plan. But we know it's not piston to valve. We know it's not cam degree, because that can't be changed as well. The exhaust cam has a fixed gear, so there's no degreeing that guy. So it just came down to valve float, and guys over at JBR, they're convinced it's just lack of seat pressure.
Yep.
So we're gonna go with that. I mean, we're pushing, you know, over 1,000 horsepower, and a lot of back pressure starts to build up, pushing on the back of that valve, trying to hang it open.
The one other thing that people might say, kind of a technical thing, is that we're not riding on the VTEC lobe because we don't have oil pressure to lock those. That's why we said 60 thou clearance, so that if we did have any contact on the putty, we could measure that, and that 60 thou would take up the extra lift that the VTEC lobe would do. But since we don't have any contact, that means we've got plenty of room. Shouldn't be
Yeah.
an issue. So
Yeah, that is true. They will have a little more lift once we're on VTEC.
a little bit more lift and duration. So I know somebody down in the comment will say that, so that's just why we gave ourselves that window of error with the 60,000s of clearance.
Yeah, and we're actually going to a head gasket that's even slightly thicker than this one.
Yep.
By about 6,000. So
Yep. I'd be curious to see how low compression this thing is now. I think it's ready for methanol and some other things.
yeah, any lack of compression, we just compensate with a couple more PSI boost, and we're good to go.
Crank them freaking Wuhan warriors up.
Those Nagasaki noisemakers, get those boys
Chinese
screaming.
choo-choo boys. Crank them up, baby. So yeah, we're gonna clean these pistons up, get this thing slapped back together, hopefully get it fired up tonight.
Wyatt's first taste series.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll know them like the back of my hand here in about a week or two.
Yeah, we give it one more track day, it's coming back apart.
Yep.
Hopefully not this time though, right?
Probably not. I hope not.
Probably not.
Probably not this time.
I don't want to do too much more work.
have the old turbos pulled off of the manifold for the MR2, and there's nothing wrong with these ones. This one actually does have a pretty good chunk gone off this fin right here. But, I mean, as you guys saw, it ran the 8-second passes on these turbos. They still work fine. But for peak efficiency, we had some brand new units right here, and we figured we would throw these on because the original plan was to put these onto the 240. I'd rather have the better brand new turbos on the MR2, just to, you know, help go faster, and then the older turbos, what?
To just help go faster.
Help go faster, bro. No.
Wicked guy, dude.
Sometimes it's just that simple.
Yeah, sometimes that's all you need. Some more go faster.
We just need these to help go faster. But no, I want the better turbos on the MR2, and the older ones we can throw on the 240 because it doesn't need to make as much power and they still work fine, so might as well throw the brand new ones on there. So we got ourselves a brand new pair of yin yang spinny things, you know, fucking. The Nagasaki noisemakers, you know, the Taiwanese tranny trashers. We're ready to go together, boys.
Bruh.
So we got 2 of them going back on to the manifold there. And yeah, the old ones will still be put to good use, but we're upgrading to some brand new Spooly boys right here.
Some fresh units.
Yep.
To go faster.
So we have just about everything done underneath the car. Just got to lower it back down, button up a few more things, and we will be able to fire this thing up tonight. I just wanted to give a huge shout out to Astro Tools once again. We actually just opened a shipment we got from them. They sent us these awesome rechargeable lights along with this stand. They sent us all kinds of stuff just as like a housewarming gift. We also got these benches from them, you know, with these little cubbies, can store bolts. It turns into like a little dolly. This handle flips out and you can actually put wheels on the bottom of it to roll heavy stuff around, like up to 500 pounds. They sent us 2 of those, and we also got some more rechargeable lights from them. You guys have seen us use these Astro Tool lights in the past. They also sent us like a hose reel and stuff like that. So huge shout out to them. We have some more tools coming here very soon, but I definitely wanted to give them a shout out as well, just because they've supported the channel from the beginning. They sent us some impact sockets as well. We have those right over here. It's a 6-point axle nut socket kit right there. So huge shout out to them.
Yep. They're always hooking it up.
Yeah,
guys.
Big thanks to those guys. But like I said, we have some tools coming, you know, a little outside of their tool line, and that should be coming in the next few days, hopefully. So really excited to get some more tools for the shop as well. But Astro has always been looking out for us since day one. So thank you guys. Well, we're getting pretty close to being able to start this thing up, but Jason's getting out of here for tonight. Thank you for the help, man.
Wyatt, deuces.
Come by anytime, dude.
I'll be back soon.
We'll see you around, man. Take care.
All right.
Time for oil.
Let's see the pour technique.
2.5 gallons. Rotella. Oh, Jason's like, you know, that Rotella works good. Oil doesn't break down as easily. And this is quite the challenge here.
I'm not cleaning this up after you spill.
Deal. Because I ain't going to spill a drop, dude. Oh.
You got lucky.
Precision.
Oop.
Oh, okay, I had a little spill. What you guys don't see is my feet are slipping on the outside of the car right now. And now I'm on 1 foot, and we're good.
Do you know how much to put in there?
No, I'm just gonna feel her out.
Take a wild guess.
Well, I know that there's 4 quarts in 1 US gallon, and we have 2.5 quarts.
What the hell up?
Stop making me laugh.
That was trash.
Dude. Oh my god. I can't do that.
You're poor, Gabe.
You just laugh the second a drop comes off, and then it's lose total control.
This is game over. You want to go get a funnel for you?
Well, we've been working on the MR2 all night. It is about 2 in the morning right now, and we are just about ready to fire this thing up. We got the brand new turbos on there. Check it out. They look so freaking good. All nice and shiny, but we just got done doing the valve lash. We got oil in the engine. We had an injector leak, but we just fixed that. And we just cranked it over just to make sure it sounded all right. Probably crank it a little more just to help build up some oil pressure before we fire it. We just got to get the charge pipes on and finish plumbing just all of the blue signs and stuff like that. But we'll do that tomorrow. We just want to hear it fire up for tonight. Battery's definitely getting weak, so
It's already weak.
yeah.
Where's the jump box?
Battery's a little weak. Let's grab the jump box. Well, we weren't able to fire up the MR2 last night. The battery was just barely too weak to fire this thing up. I normally don't have any battery issues with this car, but we left the doors open all day yesterday, and they have like these little door lights right here. And then we also had that injector leak issue, so we were running the fuel pump a lot, and it was just barely not enough. So we let the jump box charge overnight because the jump box was dead too, and I was coming out this morning just to make sure everything was good to go before we film a final startup for wrapping up this video. And I came out here, and it turns out I mean, I'll just let you guys listen to it. I came out here and I bumped it over, starter made a funny noise, and listen. Starter completely just like let go. So the starter shot, it was going and then now it's just not doing anything, but it's spinning something in there, but it's not spinning the motor. So unfortunately we're not gonna be able to fire it up in this video. I need to get this wrapped up. I got some other things to do, but we will be grabbing a starter later today and we will get this thing fired up. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. The MR2 is pretty much all put back together other than just some little things, and we will get her up and running soon. We have a test and tune to bring it to coming up, so really excited for that. We have a whole bunch of guys coming down because, as you guys know, the Le Mullets race is this weekend, so Brent and Jamie are going to be down here. We have a whole bunch of people staying with us. Trevor's actually doing Drift Week right now. I think he's going to come by after, our buddy Mitchell, and yeah, all kinds of people are going to come and hang out at the house, so it's going to be awesome. Hope you guys are excited, and we will see you in the next video.